What's going on, guys? This is Joshua, aka Future Filmmaker, doing our 480 reviews where I talk movies, TV, and music, and I'm here to give you guys a late of first, but still 2021 related movie review for The Little Things, which was written and directed by Lee Hancock and stars Academy Award winners Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. Deputy Sheriff Joe Deacon joins forces with Sergeant Jim Baxter to search for a serial killer who's terrorizing Los Angeles. As they track the culprit, Baxter is unaware that the investigation is dredging up echoes of Deke's past, uncovering disturbing secrets that could threaten more than his cause. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see here, please be sure to hit the like button to help with the algorithm. Comment down below what you guys think of this movie, and be sure to share this video on your social media accounts. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified when newest videos are up, when I go live, or when I post on my community tab. Otherwise, you won't get any of those notifications. Also, if you would like to send money to my channel, or you want to send fan mail, you can email me or DM me privately and I'll reach back to you. All my social media links are in the description box down below, and if you would like to get some free Future Filmmaker 39480 merchandise, go right ahead. And if you would like to send fan mail from my Amazon wishlist, you can do that as well. With that being said, let's get into the review. The Little Things, this was a movie that I was interested in because of the cast. You got three great actors and they're all Oscar winners. You have Denzel Washington, who won for movies like Glory and Training Day. You have Jared Leto, who is a great actor despite his own crazy side. And then you have Rami Malek, which y'all can argue all day long should he have won for Bohemian Rhapsody, but outside of that movie, The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2, where he played one of my favorite characters in that movie, which he was the vampire with all the powers. But also because of the director, Lee Hancock is a great director. The Blind Side is my favorite film of his. Saving Mr. Banks was really great, and I actually really loved, what was it? The Founder. So I was actually really interested to see how this would turn out, and I gotta say, this is actually a pretty decent thriller. It's not the best thriller ever, but let me explain why I think on this movie. Starting off with my positives as usual. Easily the biggest pro that this movie does have is the performances by the three main actors. Denzel Washington, Jared Leto, and Rami Malek are all fantastic actors, and each of these three actors do a great job in the roles that they're given. Denzel Washington, every movie I see this actor in, he's one of my favorite actors. He never gives a bad performance. He ain't gonna let you down. He knows exactly what he's doing with his performance. And I thought he was great here. He's charismatic. He was likable. You do get to know about him with his backstory later on into the movie, and I thought his performance was really great in the film. Also, Rami Malek, which he is, of course, a great actor, Mr. Robot and such, but he was great too. I liked him. I thought he was very good in his role. I thought he did a really great job as well as Detective Jim Baxter. You could tell that this is a case that he wants to solve, but the way things play out, he is a very unwinnable situation here. And also Jared Leto, aka one of the most hated Joker portrayal ever. He was great too as a serial killer, Albert Spalma. He's intimidating. He was scary when he needed to be. He wasn't deep and thought-provoking, which is one of the issues when it comes to, which we'll get into later on. But I gotta say, these three main actors do a great job in the roles that they're given. You also have Natalie Morales and Michael Hyatt and Chris Barr. You also have Glenn Morshower, which is always cool to see, and you have Jason James Richter in this movie. Yes, the young actor from the Free Willy movies is in this movie, and all the performances in this movie is really great in this what they are given. Let me just say, also, I gotta say, the direction by John Lee Hancock. This is a very well directed film, and is very well directed by the way it plays out. It is well directed, is well executed. You could tell that this is directed by someone who knows what he's doing, and it doesn't feel like it's sleptwalked. Everything feels nuanced, everything feels very well accurate to what it was going on for it. Also, the atmosphere of this movie. This is, of course, a neo-noir crime drama, so the whole crime thriller aspect, I enjoyed that. The atmosphere that they were throwing at you, and I very much appreciated it in a way. Like, a lot of reviews I've seen of this movie are comparing it to 7, and it's nowhere near as good as 7, I'll tell you that. But on its own merit, I'm giving the credit to where credit is due as its own little crime thriller. It's simplistic. It doesn't have a whole lot of big action scenes. You're not gonna get that what's in the box moment from 7, but the atmosphere. But you do get enough simplicity here, and I do have to give credit to where credit is due. Also, the way this movie is shot by John Schwartzman is a very well shot film. Is a beautifully visually appealing movie to look at. So the color palettes and then the way the camera trickery in the camera is very well done. And I think the musical score is also really great here by Thomas Newman. And I really liked the score. It was thrilling. It was a little haunting at times. So that's pretty much what I do have for pros. Now let's get into the problems I do have with this movie, because it's not a perfect movie, nor one of the best thrillers. There are quite a few issues I do have with this movie. I will say, when you compare this to 7, obviously 7 is a much better movie in terms of characters and storyline. And when you look at this is kind of 7 light, where the heart is in the right place, but it feels like something that would easily be done in the 90s. And it does kind of suffer from that. Also, I will say that the movie, it is a bit slow paced. This is, of course, 2 hours and 8 minutes, and it does drag on into the middle portion of the movie. There are a lot of moments where the movie will just slow down a bit, but I get what the movie is trying to do, so I can't fault the movie for that. It's just that the pacing in the middle could have been tightened up a little bit. Also, this is going to be one of the things that has heavily divided a lot of people, and that is the ending. The ending of this movie, on one end, I see what you're doing here, but on the other end, I definitely can't understand why this polarized a lot of people, because this ending, it is a bit crazy-like and weird-like for the way the movie ends. I'm not going to spoil how it ends, but I feel like the ending here could have been a bit better in terms of how it was executed and how it concluded. Also, I will say that there is some questionable dialogue here. So, some of the dialogue here is a little bit wonky at times, but there is some good dialogue sprinkled throughout, so I will give credit to where credit is due. And my last negative for this is that I do wish the characters here, especially the main villain antagonist of the movie, was a bit more fleshed out, because while I do think the performances are great, I do think the characterization could have been a lot more stronger in terms of how it played out. So I will say that is another big fault on the writing of the movie, but it's not like it took me out of the movie or it upset me. It's just something you could have easily went through a few more, you could have went through a few more drafts, at least one more draft, so you could get more characterization moments. But I can't really fault the movie in its entirety, because there is still a lot of good things in this movie that are enjoyable. And I do think that this will go down as an underrated film by the end of the year that I enjoyed, but a lot of people didn't. And like I said, there are some decisions made in the storytelling that isn't for everyone, but it's not the worst thing ever. It's not even that bad. It's a little bit of a waste of potential, but still good enough on its own. So at the very least, there is a lot more good than bad here, if I'm being honest. At the end of the day, the little things. This is, while it's not gonna end up on my best movies of 2021, I will say this is so far one of the more underrated ones here. I do think this is a movie that works pretty well for me up until the last half of it, with the ending. But the performances by the cast, the direction, the atmosphere, and the incredible production design and cinematography work, as well as the simplistic story, makes this an entertaining watch. I will probably watch this again as background noise, but I enjoyed the little things to a certain extent. The ending's not gonna work for everyone, but for me, I did like the little things, and I am gonna give the little things, of course, on my rating system. I highly recommend it. If you have HBO Max, you can check it out, or you can wait for the Blu-ray to drop in May. Okay, so that was my voiceover review for The Little Things. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of this movie. Did you like it? Do you hate it? Are you somewhere in the middle? What are your thoughts on the ending? What is your favorite crime thriller? Stick around for more reviews for Raya and the Last Dragon, Judas and the Black Messiah, of course the Snyder Cut, Justice League, my long-awaited thoughts on To All the Boys, 3 PS, Always and Forever. You got more videos as well as more 2020 review roundups. So until the next video, you guys keep it cool, join the Epictasticness, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you guys, and stick around for more, my Epitastic family.